Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me here. Today we're going to take a look at a couple of news stories involving Halo. We have Halo's co-creator Marcus Leto leaving Bungie back in 2012 and why he did that. And then some news on the Master Chief Collection on PC. I've got all the information here, so stick around. The following information can be found over at GameSpot.com, and I will put a link in the description if you guys are interested in reading the article. The headline for this one is Halo's co-creator left Bungie after enduring life-altering crunch. Marcus Leto wants a studio where work-life balance is possible. Now, if you watch any of the behind-the-scenes videos for Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, and even somewhat with Halo Reach, you could tell that it was always a frantic race to the end when it came with Bungie to developing the Halo games, and I can only imagine the stress that put on everyone there. Marcus Leto was with the studio from the beginning, and he makes an appearance here in the Halo 2 behind-the-scenes documentary.
Everybody here, they work really, really hard, and it doesn't take that pressure to get them to jump it up to the next level.
Jason, help.
I think we should find a different way to do that, because the whole f***ing Pelican was generating these immense shadow volumes that were filling your screen with this giant bomb. We are the most cynical people. Like, we are the jaded crowd who, if a game doesn't entertain us in 5 minutes, we stop playing it.
Oh no.
What?
This light is like world relative, isn't it? Yes. What I had hoped to achieve in about a half hour, now I'm looking at a good night's worth. So yeah, hopefully by tomorrow morning we'll have something that works.
The information reads as follows. One of the reasons that Halo co-creator Marcus Leto left Bungie was because of the extended periods of crunch that negatively impacted his life and well-being. Speaking during a roundtable interview for his new game Disintegration, Leto said that his new studio, V1 Interactive, is taking a stance against crunch. By doing so, they hope to do right by its employees for their health and happiness. One of the reasons I left Bungie, and I know one of the reasons people from the industry have joined us here at V1, is that many of us have seen the bad side of extended crunch periods that would go on for months and months, and what kind of human toll that takes. Leto explained, "We don't want to experience that, and we don't want to replicate it at all here at V1. So at V1, one of our primary goals with the studio is making sure that we create an atmosphere where everybody is intimately involved with what we're working on, so there's a lot of responsibility on everybody's shoulders and everybody wears several hats. We also value the health of everybody here, both physically and mentally, making sure that they have the time outside the office to be with their families," Leto added. "And we support them with their need to be at home and their need to be with their families, doing activities like school concerts and having weekends to themselves. This is very important to me, and it's the one thing we've extended to everybody here at the studio." Leto assured people that he and his team work hard, and while he acknowledges that the team pushes extra hard when milestones come up, however, these periods of extended working hours are limited to around a week or so. "It's not like we don't work hard, we work really hard, and at the end of every milestone we maybe spend a couple of weeks or so doing extra hours," he said. "This kind of intense work schedule, so long as it doesn't lead to burnout, can actually be a good thing. That's because it brings the team even closer together as they collectively grind on a particular objective. So as long as these periods of crunch are few and far between, this can be a positive," Leto said. Bungie is known for its periods of extended crunch. Engineering boss like Luke Timmons recalled to GamesIndustry.biz in a 2017 interview how the 18th month leading up to Halo 2 in 2004 were brutal and nearly destroyed Bungie. The developer was crunching nearly the entire 18 months, he said, and during that time, developers were spending at least 50 hours per week at the office. "The Halo 2 crunch almost killed Bungie as a company," he said. "It's the most I've ever seen humans work in a year and a half, and it was brutal. Bungie is to have and adopted policies and practices after that to lessen the intensity of crunch, but it still happens. For the first Destiny, there was a department-wide crunch time. For the engineering team," Timmons said, "although the team never had to crunch on any of the game's numerous expansions, Destiny 2 also had no full enforced crunch," he said. In 2019, following Bungie's split from Activision, For the Destiny series, Bungie announced that it would delay a Destiny 2 patch so its developers didn't have to crunch. As for Leto, he left Bungie in 2012 while the original Destiny was just getting started. So while crunch is definitely looked at in the gaming industry as a huge negative, it's good to see Marcus Leto having his own studio where crunch times are significantly reduced, and certainly nothing like 18 months crunch that it took for Halo 2 to be produced. Moving on to our next topic, Halo the Master Chief Collection for PC may let you sell mods for money. Again, this information can be found at GameSpot, and I will put the link in the description if you guys are interested. The information reads as follows. Microsoft has clarified its stance on mods for Halo the Master Chief Collection on PC. There are some intriguing details to be learned. In a blog post by 343 senior producer Michael Farney said that while it is still the relatively early days, after all, only Halo Reach is available on PC right now, with the Master Chief Collection, he said the team has been keen to work with fans who build out an offering that could even include the ability to buy and sell mods on the Steam Workshop. For modding, we're very much still dipping our toes in the water, having some long-term goals to empower the modding community more than they already are, but I'm not quite ready to go into the details on that just yet, Farney said. He went on to say that one of the most important elements of modding for Halo on PC is to ensure the proper ground rules and guardrails are in place. The first part of this is creating an end-user license agreement that clearly defines what the supporting will be done while maintaining the integrity of the game and while protecting the environments. Think matchmaking. So they're not going to have mods for matchmaking, is basically what that means. Work began on this in November, and it was based in part on feedback from the Microsoft team. A draft of the EULA is currently sitting with the Microsoft lawyers. Once the EULA has been confirmed, Microsoft can get to work on what potential tools the team can commit to prioritize work around them. Farney also said that he personally is a big fan of games with modding support because the mods that people create can help extend the longevity of a game by giving the player something new to return to on a regular basis. It's important as a player, that I can finally bring with me into what the developers are working on, he said. For modding in MCC, Farney said it will be important to lower the barrier to entry as much as we can as it relates to the modding tools and managing systems for less technical savvy people. The current ways can be complicated and lead to people getting themselves into a bad state, he said. It's just not good for a long-term modding health. More official tools, things like Steam Workshop support, etc., are the best path forward. On the subject of the Steam Workshop, Farney said with Microsoft considering an environment where people can buy and sell MCC mods. However, this will depend on whether the EULA gets approved by Microsoft lawyers, it seems. We are talking about this and not fundamentally against it, but it will come down to what we're legally allowed to do, he said. Although the MCC does not have a complete and official modding program as of yet, PC players are enterprising and have already created a lot of imaginative and responsive mods. But as always, don't forget, in order to be part of the conversation and have your voice heard, hit that subscribe button and leave a comment in the section down below. If you're new around here, go and check out some of my previous videos. I upload content weekly. If you guys enjoyed the video and found any entertainment or informative value to it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, as that does help out the video and my channel. All my social media links and Discords are found in the description, and they are all free to follow and join. But until next time, everyone, thank you all for joining me here today, and I'll see all of you in the next video.